Welcome to the European Parliamentary Research Service podcasts.
In this podcast, we'll talk about the new EU plans to improve the quality of the air we breathe and achieve zero pollution for air at the latest by 2050. Want to know how? Stay with us.
Each year, 300,000 Europeans die prematurely due to air pollution alone, from heart and lung diseases or pollution-induced cancers.
Particulate matter, nitrogen dioxide and ozone are the worst pollutants for human health. But air pollution also harms natural ecosystems and our economies, costing public authorities up to €853 billion per year.
Although the quality of our air has improved substantially since the EU first started to tackle this issue in the 1970s, Europe's air is still too polluted, especially in and around cities, and citizens are concerned about it.
The current EU directives on air quality set standards for concentration levels of key air pollutants, but the last update dates back to 2008. And since then, new scientific evidence about the health impacts of air pollution has become available.
In the light of this, in 2021, the World Health Organization updated its global air quality guidelines and recommended the adoption of stricter standards. But what has the EU done?
Well, learning the lessons from current laws and in line with the Green Deal's and the Zero Pollution Action Plan's ambition, the European Commission also set to further improving the quality of the air we breathe.
So what is the Commission proposing exactly?
The proposed new rules set air quality standards for 2030 that are more closely aligned with the WHO recommendations and put us in the path to zero air pollution by 2050 at the very latest. Just to give you an example, the annual concentration limit for fine particulate matter, which is the main pollutant, would be cut by more than half. Let's listen to the European Commissioner for Environment, Virginijus Sinkevicius.
The new directive that we propose will strengthen the legislative framework for air quality and step up the protection of citizens, health and the environment. The new standards we propose are ambitious, but they are also achievable by 2030. They offer a clear, predictable and dynamic path that will take us towards zero pollution by 2050.
The new standards would be reviewed regularly based on the latest scientific information. And to achieve them on time, EU countries would have to establish air quality plans ahead of 2030.
The new rules would also strengthen the provisions on air quality monitoring and modelling to gather long-term data on the pollutants covered and others of emerging concern, such as ultrafine particles.
The proposed new rules would also ensure that people whose health is damaged by air pollution can be compensated if air quality limits are not respected. And they'll bring more clarity on access to justice, effective penalties, and better public information on air quality.
So, what do stakeholders have to say about the proposed new rules? Stay with us.
Truth is, there have been mixed reactions from stakeholders. NGOs call for full alignment with the WHO guidelines by 2030 at the latest, and for penalties in case this deadline is missed. We spoke to Anna Stauffer from the Health and Environment Alliance, HEAL.
With their vote on clean air, MEPs have recognized the urgency to act and have given a much-needed health boost to the EU Commission proposal. We now call on Member States to show the same leadership. Every single person in Europe will benefit from cleaner air, but especially those who are most at risk.
But industry representatives are more cautious and insist on the need to meet current standards first before aiming for higher ones.
However, during the European Parliament's plenary session in September 2023, MEPs made clear they want stricter limits for some of the worst pollutants, as well as more air quality sampling points and comparable indices.
In addition to air quality plans, the Parliament also wants EU countries to create roadmaps on how to comply with the new limit values. Javi Lopez is the Parliament's rapporteur on this file.
The European Parliament adopted an ambitious proposal on the revision of the Ambient Air Quality Directives. We want an alignment of the EU air quality standards with the World Health Organization guidelines and improve the enforcement and the monitoring of the European law.
Want to know more? Check out Vivian Eller's full policy brief on the EPRS website or in our app.
This is a European Parliamentary Research Service podcast.
Thanks for listening.